Hey guys, I'm Trixie, aka the Thoughtful Beast. Today I'm here live with Victoria. Hello, Victoria.
Ooh, hello. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here. Welcome to the show. So, Victoria's here to talk about POC Women in Athletics. But before we get to that, Victoria, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Okay. Well, hi, my name is Victoria Tidoromaki. I'm 21 years old, born and raised here in San Diego, California. I'm half Black and Filipino. My dad is Black, like Nigerian, but he was raised to be like an American. And my mom, she's full Filipino. And that's how I was raised to be. And also raised to be like an athlete. My family never was raised up to be an athlete, but me and my brother were. So, yeah, that's me.
Yay! Hello, Victoria. I'm just going to write your name here really quick. Victoria.
Okay.
Becky. Thank you for coming. I was telling
Thank you for having
Victoria
me.
before we started that she is the second youngest person that I've had on my live show. She's young, but it's great. Like, and obviously she's
I
gonna come with
know.
her own.
21.
Yeah, 21 in quarantine.
Ooh, I know. So tragic.
21 in quarantine. And we met because we were both in the same film class at City
Yay.
College.
Yep, that is such a throwback.
Yeah, and then that's where we met. And you got the Unicorn Award, right?
Oh my gosh, you're in that class? What class was
I was in
that?
that
It
class.
was,
That was size class, size production class.
oh my gosh, like motion pictures or
Yeah,
something?
or I don't
Yeah,
know.
that was so
Production was.
fun.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I knew it was gonna be you. I did honestly didn't remember, but I was like, it has to be Victoria. Victoria is in everyone's like project. Like,
I know, I'm very outgoing.
it was so funny because like you played such different people, and every one
Mm-hmm.
of them, like it was so funny. Oh, I can't remember. You had like earrings, and I think you had fur on in one of them, and I
Yeah,
was like,
yeah.
this is
That's
such a
not my
departure.
personality.
No, and I was just
Mm-hmm.
like, it was so great.
Props.
Like it just like was so different, like all like because it was like that one time where you're just like in everyone's, and I was like, oh my god, this is so cool.
Thank you.
So, and I bring that up just to say that Victoria is very helpful, like ridiculously helpful. When we had that film class, you work in groups if you'd like and stuff like that, and you definitely
Mm-hmm.
don't have to be in other people's things. And Victoria was like in everyone's thing, and she was always
Yeah, that
like
was crazy.
willing to help out. So that's just a little bit about Victoria and what I know
It's a
from
little bit
her.
about me. Yeah, film major.
Yeah, film major. Um, which is what we were talking about the last time we met. And then we also talked about the kind of martial arts that you do. So can you tell us a little bit
Yes.
about what you have been doing since you were a little girl?
Well, I do martial arts. It's called Kaji Kembo. It's an acronym. So Ka for karate, Ju for judo, Ken for kempo, Bo for boxing. And it's like Pacific Islander martial arts, but like mainly Filipino and Hawaiian. So that's like pretty cool because I'm half Filipino. And yeah, I've been doing it since I was 12 years old until now, which is like so crazy. Like I started off as a white belt and now I'm a black belt and now I'm teaching other little kids, which is like that's pretty awesome. It's a lot of fun. So yeah, that's my job now. And I still compete as well, but during these times we can't really compete.
Yeah.
So yeah,
When
I
was the
know.
when was the last time you competed?
Last time I competed in karate would be last summer.
Oh
So we
dang.
would have an annual tournament in Las Vegas, and it would have been like already happened in June, but stuff happens, and we're here
Yeah.
right now. Yeah,
Yeah.
I would have been in Las Vegas last month. So yeah, that was the last time I competed in karate,
Oh my
which is so
gosh.
crazy.
That is
Mhm.
that is crazy. That's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah,
Life has changed. Like
so
this
much.
this year is not the same as last year at all, by no
Not
means.
at all.
By no means. And so you were saying
Mm-mm.
when you were introducing yourself that you and your brother grew up like you did a lot of athletics when you were growing up, but your
Oh,
family
so
didn't?
much. Yeah, I can go on about this,
Yes,
but
tell us, tell us, tell
I
us,
know we
tell us.
got an hour. I got you
Yeah,
guys.
yeah.
But when I was younger, my mom put me in competitive dancing. So I would see, that's why I asked you about dancing. I was like, I want to get back into it, but you didn't know that. But I did that when I was 3 years old to 10 years old. So
Okay,
that's
that's a
pretty
good amount of
long if you think about it. Yeah, so I was in competitive dance. I did tap dancing, hip hop, Tahitian dancing, hula dancing. So yeah, that was like first part of my life, like competitive, athletic, everything. And then I would say the next part would be karate, which was I was like 12 years old. My dad put me in karate, so that was pretty cool. So 12 years old to now karate. And I did so much in between as well, which is so crazy. Like in high school, I did I did badminton, I did volleyball, and then and then I was in boys wrestling, and I'm a girl. So
Ah!
that's like, see, that's like
Okay, okay,
another
okay, okay,
topic.
okay. No,
That's
we're
like,
just going into this topic.
see?
I totally have questions, especially because your topic that you
Yeah.
chose is POC women in athletics, and wrestling is not usually a sport where
Hmm.
you see a lot of girls at all. So tell us a little bit
Exactly.
about
Yeah.
that, Victoria, and what your experience with that was like.
That was crazy. I don't even, wow, looking back on it. But I started when I was a sophomore in high school. I only, like, no one pushed me to do it. I just had a whole bunch of guy friends that are like, you won't do it. Egging me on. I was like, okay, I'll do it because I do karate. So I was like, it might be the same thing. But I went into it and it might be the same. But I went into it and I really liked it. I was the only girl on my team for the rest of high school, and I continued on with wrestling. So that was really fun for me. I liked it a lot, but it had some, obstacles and challenges here and there, but it was like the highlight of my life. Like that was so much
Oh,
fun. And
really?
yeah, I made history in my high school, so yeah, so that's
Yeah,
pretty cool.
that's
Yeah.
awesome. And was your team really supportive of
Thank
you?
you. Yeah, I had a lot of supportive teammates and a lot of coaches that supported me, and also my parents. At first, they're like, "Why are you, why are you doing this? There's no other girls on the team. That's kind of weird." And it's like boys wrestling. But they ended up supporting me when I started doing good and everything. And then I made it to state for my junior year, so that's like top. That's top. Thank you. Yeah, it was hard because wrestling, you have to make a certain weight class like every week. So that's hard being
Really?
a woman, also like a growing woman, like a teenager in high school, trying to make a certain weight every week. So that's really
Yeah,
hard. It was hard.
that is hard.
Mhm.
And how was it wrestling
Yeah.
men, young men?
Yeah, literally. At first it wasn't weird to me. I don't know why I didn't like, maybe because I was just young and didn't think about it like that. And it's basically just a sport to me because the point of it is just to like pin them on their back for like 10 seconds and then that's how you win. But it's a lot of technique. That's why I didn't feel that weird about it, but I was definitely the weakest one because obviously, the physical aspect of everything, guys are just naturally stronger than women, and just like weight and everything. It was so much with that. But in competitions, I would wrestle other girls. So, but in practice, it was always with the boys. So that's why I was good. I was wrestling with the boys. That's why. And it made
Mm,
me like super strong. And yeah, it was a lot of fun.
that's
I miss
awesome.
it.
So
Yeah.
why did you pick the topic of POC women in athletics for today?
Yeah, I think it's really important because like you don't really see that a lot. And I would say that's like mainly my thing in life. That's like my whole thing. And you just don't see it that much. And I just want to be the person to give other people opportunities. And I hope someone's watching this and like, oh, that's so cool. We don't see that. And just like my coaches and everything, they're saying they never seen like like a black girl, like a girl first of all, and these sports, and then now like mixed girl in this thing. It's like so different. Like you don't see it that much, and I think it's like important to bring up this topic and just have other people support other people like this. So I think that would be really good just to talk about it.
Yeah, I feel like I understand. Like, I think it's really important, like representation, and to see that that's possible, especially like for younger
Yeah.
kids. Like for like young kids,
Mm-hmm.
it's different when you see like older people, like even like older, like in high school. You know what I mean? Like because like when you're young, when you're really young, everyone's just
Yeah.
old. Everyone's just old. You know.
For real.
But it's like it's important to see that like someone who looks like you can do
Mm-hmm.
multiple things, like and like
Yeah.
and like be in wrestling, and like to be the only one, and like also like knowing that that's okay, because that's
Mm-hmm.
definitely like how we step forward, and it is really
Mm-hmm.
cool like that you were like in wrestling and that
Thank
was like the thing
you.
for you, and that's like
Yeah.
fun, and yeah, you're right, like you just
Fun.
don't see that all the time,
I
and
know.
yeah, you just don't, so
I
that's
know.
awesome.
Like, and then now when I look back on my team, my wrestling team in high school, there's so many girls on the team. I'm like,
Oh
I
yeah.
started that. Yeah. So now there's a girls team on wrestling in high school. I'm like, I did that. Yeah,
Oh
it's
my
really
god.
cool. A lot of my like younger friends and all of them, I see them there. I'm like, oh, they started because of me. And then they like ask me, they're like, oh, how do you lose weight and everything? And it's really cool just to see like I made a girls team, and yeah, that's like really fun. It's really fun
That
to
is
see
awesome.
that.
See, it's like right, like I mean that's really
Yeah.
cool that the change was like so like right after you, and these people, and so like like it literally
Mhm.
was like, oh no, it is literally because we know you, Victoria. Um,
I know.
and that again, that's really cool, and like what an inch, like, and wrestling is so interesting, like you said, like it's hard, like, and it's hard because like we're
Yeah.
girls, and like our
Yes.
weight is a thing, and so that's also just like
Yes.
really interesting when it has to come into athletics, because it's a thing that
Mhm.
you have to, like, yeah, you guys are put into weight classes, like literally. So like what,
Mhm.
like
Yeah,
a
literally.
like what a sensitive topic. Like
Right?
what
It
is
was a
sensitive?
mess.
Oh no. It's
I
hard.
know.
So
It was really hard.
what do you tell the girls when they ask you for advice?
Oh, I just tell them like don't even like focus on the weight right now. Focus on technique. Cause me, oh my gosh, I lost 10 pounds, and that's already hard. I lost like over 10 pounds in a week, like each week, and that was pretty hard. I should have focused more on my technique instead, because I was just trying to like figure out my food on my diet, like what am I gonna eat for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And I was also in high school, like I have homework and I had school every single day, which was so hard. And when you're not eating that much, you can't really focus, and your mental health is like trash right there. So I just say you gotta focus on technique first and wait later, because your body's growing right now, and that's not even like your main focus. But it's good just to learn how to diet and um like learn what to eat and like the healthy way to eat and stuff. Like don't skip meals, and always be hydrating and eating correctly at least, like take out all the junk food and everything. So yeah, it's really
Yeah.
hard. It was really hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't, honestly, I can't even imagine, because like again, like that's such like a, that's such a difficult time. Like high school is such a difficult time, and you're right.
Mhm.
Like you're,
I
like you said,
know.
like you're growing. Like through high school, you're growing, and
Mhm.
then like I don't know. I feel like that's such great advice that you gave them. Like also knowing, like like knowing how it affected you. Like
Mhm.
and being honest that way, because it's just like, even though not necessarily like the school or coaches or anything like mean to make you feel bad, or like mean to make you
Mhm.
healthy, like, but sometimes that's like how the way like it's built. So it's just like,
Yeah, that's just
what do you
how
mean?
that's
Like,
a
it's the
sport. Yeah.
well, so you're just like, but like you're right, like because the thing is like you have to know though because what like you don't want to live and feel bad the whole time. Like there has to be some sort of
Mm-hmm.
like balance. Like you know
That's
people
true.
have
Yeah.
to eat like and like
Yeah. No, you can't skip anything.
yeah and like because even like you know having like bad habits like that, eating habits like that, like skipping meals and stuff like that travels into your adulthood, man. It's hard.
Oh, I know. Yeah, it is really hard. I know, like graduating from that, I kept doing the diet for like a couple like more months and stuff. I'm like, why am I doing this? And I kept checking my weight and everything. So that kind of it messed me up a little bit. But now I'm just like I'm comfortable in my own like weight and everything. But also I'm doing I also do jujitsu. I do so much, but I also do jujitsu, and that's where I have to focus on my weight too because it's also a weight class. And yeah, it's like never ending with these sports. So these are, it's really hard already with the weight loss. That's hard. And just technique, learning technique, that's hard. And the like physical aspect and mental and emotional aspect, it's all like, it's really hard. That's why we need to support each other and everything.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, we do need support because it's just like also like without each other's support, things get really unhealthy. Like if
Oh
we don't like
yeah.
talk about it, then it's easy for things to get really unhealthy if we're not supporting each other and making sure each other's okay. Like
Mm-hmm.
I believe that just like in
Definitely.
general and across the board. Like that's just something that will like naturally happen. Like we definitely have to be there for each other.
Mm-hmm.
So who are
Yeah,
your
definitely.
who are your like, you know, like athletic inspirations for yourself?
Oh, that's difficult because like I look up to a lot of MMA women, a lot of them, because that's like the top of like those kind of sports where they just go at it, and that's mixed martial arts where they could do karate, jiu-jitsu, it's mixed. So all those sports together, they have to learn everything to be there, and I really look up to those people who do MMA. Like those are like the top people I look up to, definitely.
Do you
And
have a
just
favorite
like for
fighter?
karate, there's no one, huh?
Do you have a favorite fighter?
That's hard. There's this woman. Her name is Amanda Nunez. She's top, so she's really good. And I watch a lot of her fights and try to learn, but that takes years of experience. And I'm trying to get there, but that's a long way to go.
Oh
Yeah,
my
and I'm
gosh,
still learning. So,
is that what you want to do?
oh yeah, I want to go into MMA. That's why I'm learning so much. So much. Yeah, you'll see me on TV.
Dude,
hopefully,
that's awesome.
hopefully we'll get there. Thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Like even in like in MMA, there's not even a lot of women in general. But like when I think of
I
like,
know, right?
but are there the women that you just said, Nunez?
Mhm.
But like, cause like when I think of MMA and
Mhm.
women, I think of, and I don't even know. Please correct me if I'm wrong. Like I think of like Ronda
Oh
Rousey,
yeah.
and then the girl
Yeah,
that
she
Ronda
was. She was
Rousey.
in it.
Like, are there a lot of
Yeah.
women of color in MMA?
Not that many. It's mostly like white women. So
Yeah, because I'm trying
yeah,
to
so
think.
I'm trying to represent.
Yeah,
See, you're like
I'm
that's why
trying
I
to
don't
think.
even know that many names either.
Yeah. And like, why
Mhm.
is representation? Blah, 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 sorry, why is representation important to you?
Like growing up, I in karate, there was not I never seen any women in it, and I'm like, I have no one to look up to except these males and everything. And when I'm teaching younger women, their moms and everything, they go up to me and like, thank you so much for like being, inspiration for my daughter. And I'm like, oh, that means a lot to me. And I just hope like to build up this next generation up, just to see like people like me, other different kind of people, because right now it's just males. You mostly see males in all these athletic sports, and women don't really get that much coverage, and I just really want to, be there, give people opportunities and everything, and that, yeah, all that. And plus, my mom, she's doing jujitsu because of me, so I think that's pretty cool. Yeah.
That's
Mhm. Yeah.
so
It's crazy. I know. I
cute.
told her, I was like, you can do anything you want, and she really thinks it's a lot of fun. So she's in it too with me, and yeah, I think it's fun.
Oh my gosh,
I
that's so cute. Oh my
know.
god, your mommy. That's super cute.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I
and with the
know, mother daughter.
yeah, dude, that's really awesome. And with the kids, like that's really awesome too. Like dancers, right? Like, and when you think of little girls, like if you
Mhm.
think of anything in little girls, like you think
Mhm.
like ballet, which isn't bad. It's
Oh
not bad,
yeah.
but it's also nice to think like,
Mhm.
yeah, because girls can do anything like martial arts,
Yeah.
karate, and stuff like that. And
Yeah.
that's like good to know too.
Mhm.
And it is
Yeah.
nice. Like I understand because like I feel like if I ever had like a daughter, like I would want her to do like multiple things.
Mhm.
Like because like I don't
Yeah.
like I just would want to be like I don't want her to be stereotyped. Like I want her to try a bunch of
Oh
things and then pick
yeah.
out what she wants.
Mhm.
Like and if
Mhm.
that's jujitsu, if that's karate, like that's great. And like
Mhm.
I'm down for it, dude. I'm down for strong women and building up strong women, you know?
Yes.
Like
Mhm.
I used to make I used to make my little ballerina
Uh-oh.
girls do like wheelbarrows.
Uh-huh.
Like so I would hold their legs and
Oh
make them
my
cut and they'd
god.
always be like, "What?"
Mhm.
Like, you know, like they're young. Like I made them so young. Like they're 4. I'm like, "You're
Yeah.
old enough to try this. Like you're
Mhm.
totally fine."
Oh yeah. And then like,
Yeah, but they don't yeah, but they don't know that. And like they'll just be like, "Why are we doing this?"
mhm.
And then like the thing is like
See?
once they get it, like the first couple of times,
Mhm.
like the first couple of lessons and stuff, like yeah, of course they're falling on their face. They don't know how to like push with their arms yet.
Yeah.
Like it's so random, and they're just like,
Mhm.
"No, I thought we were being princesses. I thought," and I'm like, "Princesses can be strong." Like, and then like I get to like
I know.
lesson and they're all about it. You know what I mean? And they want to do more and they want to do
Mhm.
more because they just unless like unless you give that opportunity them that opportunity that young, they just don't know. They don't know that's possible.
Yeah.
They're like, oh,
Definitely.
I can
I know,
climb.
yeah, in my karate classes, I'm just like I'm telling them like how important self-defense is, especially for women. And they don't really understand it until they get older. And I'm like, you need to really protect yourself because there's a lot of things going on in the world. There's always been something going on, and you just really have to check yourself, check your surroundings, like protect the people around you and everything. And I am trying to like really drill that into them, just tell them that and that they're strong and everything. They're like, why am I doing it? Yeah, wheelbarrows. That's funny because we do that too. Like, why am I doing this? I don't want abs. I don't want muscles. I'm like, what?
Yes,
But
you do.
I have to like keep telling like, yeah, that's our future. Just like just they're strong and everything, and they'll get it when they're older, but I'm teaching them young, so hopefully they'll understand when they're older.
Yeah, like that's something to instill. Like even like I feel like yeah, like awareness, like and also like awareness versus
Yeah.
fear. Like you can be aware of your surroundings
Mhm.
without just like being super scared. Because it's like you're teaching them karate,
Yeah.
you're also teaching them literally how to defend themselves. So it like comes with like,
Yeah.
strength and something to do. Because like like a
Mhm.
lot of the time, like and this goes for any children, like like not just girls. A lot of the time, girls, but it's just like, oh, you have to be careful. Oh, you have to be careful. Like and like everything is kind
Oh
of
yeah.
based. Like it's kind of like, oh, you're gonna get
Mhm.
dirty, you're gonna get hurt, da 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 da. But it's just
Yeah.
like you make kids afraid to do things though, and it's like it's not like you can't say be careful, but you know what I mean. Like you'd be like,
Mhm.
watch your steps. Do you see how it gets really gravelly right
Yeah.
there? Like that is
Mhm.
slippery. Like it's like giving them that
Mhm.
awareness of their surroundings without making them scared. It's like just
I
know,
know, yeah, without making them scared. Yeah.
yeah, just know. Yeah, so
That's
how
true, yeah.
old is your brother?
Oh my gosh, he is 13 years old. Yeah, he's a
Oh,
little
have you
little
taught?
teenager, literally. What
Have
was
you
that?
been his teacher yet?
Oh, wait, what?
Have you
Sorry,
been
it's
his
lagging.
teacher yet?
Oh yeah, I'm teaching him. He's been in karate ever since I was in karate. We went in the same time. So he was like super, super young. And we were in it all the way together, all the way up to like till now. So right now he's like a blue belt or whatever, and he has like 3 more belts to be black belt. So I'm just like, come on, we can do it. It's like a couple more years, we got it. You got
Oh,
it. So I'm trying to teach him to be an instructor as well, because this is a fun job because we grew up into this. Obviously, it's like so easy to, and to teach other people, it would be really great and just continue on with this, legacy, and just like bring awareness to this martial arts, because not that many people know about this, like Pacific Islander martial arts. And I think it would be pretty cool just to expand and everything. And
yeah.
yeah, he really enjoys it too. Yeah, being, a person of color as well. Like you don't see that either. So
Yeah.
I'm just trying to teach him as well.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's really cute and that's really sweet. And
Thank you.
yeah. That's awesome. Do you
Yeah.
guys spar? Do you ever spar at home for funsies?
Oh yeah, it's crazy. It goes crazy. Yeah. But it's a lot of fun. It's mostly technique, but sometimes it hurts. But we all have like, protective stuff on and everything. And he also does jujitsu as well. And I'm like, when he gets into high school, I'm like, you should probably do wrestling too. I did it so as a girl, and yeah, so hopefully he'll low key follow into my footsteps. Right now he's mostly into yeah, right now he's mostly into football, and that plays on to his stereotype, being a person of color as well. So that really fits him. And then like looking at my experience, it doesn't really fit me. So I think it's like really funny as well. I'm like, but
Yeah,
yeah, he's doing good with his experience being a person of color and athletics. So yeah.
that's good. That's good. And I mean, it is like, it is fun. Like, yeah, people don't, when like you think of high school wrestling, they're not going to
Mhm.
picture you. Like, that's not what you
I
think of.
know.
You picture like a
Yeah.
white guy,
Mhm.
like a buff white guy.
Mhm. Facts. That's
Yeah,
facts.
but like it's cool. Like it's cool that you did that. It's amazing that like they had so many
Thank
women join
you.
after you, girls join after you, that they had to
Yeah,
make like
so
their own
many, so
girls
many.
club. That's
Mhm.
awesome.
A little bit jealous, but it's
You're
fun.
like, where were you when I was here? You had to start it,
I know.
Victoria. That's why you had to
I know.
start.
Yeah. Because like when I went to competitions, I would go alone, and I would have just me and my coach and my mom and my brother and just my family. So I didn't have like a whole team with me and everything. So
Oh,
I was like, where is everyone at? They have their own team and they're having a lot of fun, which I'm really glad for them. Yeah.
yeah, that's awesome. So, what's your
Thank
favorite martial
you.
arts? Like, what is your favorite? Do you have a favorite?
Ooh. I know, like going through karate, jujitsu, wrestling. I think wrestling was so fun for me. I think that would be.
Oh, oh, you froze.
It was really fun because for karate, you're
Oh wait, hold on,
I
Victoria.
know.
Sorry.
Am I
Can you?
back?
Yeah, you were back. Wait, yes,
It's
you're
okay.
back. Can you? You said wrestling, and then can you go from there?
Hmm. Okay. Yeah, I would say wrestling because for karate, it's mostly it's just like technique, like A, B, and C. Like you're in a stance. These are you need to memorize this and this and this. And like there's over hundreds of techniques out there that it's kind of like memorization kind of thing. And with wrestling, it's more free. Like it's
Hmm.
whatever your opponent gives you, and it's whatever you give to them. So it's like back and forth kind of thing. And I think it's a lot of fun. And you're looking at the clock at the same time, trying to pin them. And it's just like technique, and everything. And I think that's a lot of fun because it's like freestyle kind of thing. But
Yeah,
karate's just like A, B, C, and like 1, 2, 3, and all that stuff. But yeah.
I didn't
Wrestling is
know.
a lot of fun.
I didn't know that you had to keep your eye on the clock, which makes sense,
Oh, I always
obviously.
did. I'm like, I know I was always looking, but it was fun. It was really fun to do it. It was hard though. That was the thing. And just like being a woman in that kind of sport, it's so hard with like it's a lot with physically on your body as well. And just being like growing up and everything, and my body became like more muscular than other women too. I had a six pack. I don't have any more, but that was pretty cool. That was cool. It was a cool moment, and yeah, I just had like a different kind of body than everyone else, and I think that that was hard growing up. And but now I see a lot of women in these kind of sports, and how there's a girls team on wrestling. It's just like broadening everything. And also I when I graduated high school, I had like a scholarship to go to like a wrestling college, but there's like literally five wrestling colleges for girls. So it, yeah, it's really, yeah, that's why it's really hard for to do that, because it was all the way in Virginia. I'm not trying to go in Virginia. I don't that right out of high school go to Virginia to wrestle in college. So that's why we met at City. Catch me at City. Yeah.
Do you wrestle at
For
City? Does
real, but
City
it's like
have
hard.
a wrestling team?
No, they don't have it. That's why I transitioned into jujitsu. It's kind of the same, but not really. So, and that's why it was really sad just saying goodbye to wrestling. That it was sad, but I'm over it, and it's fun to look back on those memories and everything. I had a great experience. So yeah.
And you can always go back to it. You're only 21, girl. You are
I
only
know, right?
21.
I feel like time. I know. I feel like time is like going by.
Wait till you're my age. I'm 10 years old. Wait till you're 31. It still goes by just as quickly. It's kind of insane. It's kind of ridiculous how time goes by. It goes by really quickly. Okay, enough out of old
Not
me.
excited.
Oh, welcome to your old age. Ooh, wait till you hit 26. I have no idea, but for 26 is like the first wave of like your body being like, no.
Oh no.
But I mean,
I know, I just gotta keep going at it right now.
yeah, you can still do things. I'm just saying, like 26 is like, I feel like 26 is when a lot of people start to feel like, oh, what's that in my knee? Like, what is that?
Oh
Like,
no, I'm not excited for that.
it's okay. You can still be shocked.
Yeah, and also
Feel it.
for real, I was thinking about that, like time. I was thinking about that a lot, like how women they kind of have like a time limit just to have like kids and stuff. And with these kind of sports, a lot of women retire early just to like have kids and all that. That's why I kind of feel like the pressure is on all the time. And just, yeah, that's why I'm like, oh, I'm always thinking ahead for that stuff. And that's why I was kind of sad, like giving up wrestling for college and everything. But we're here now. I think I'm doing good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's interesting that you bring that up because I mean, like that has to be
Mm-hmm.
really true because even especially when you're training like that intensely, I don't think you can train that intensely and become pregnant,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because like
Yeah,
your
not at
body
all.
fat
It's
like
so
shoots all
bad.
the way down, like, and you have to be a certain body fat to
Yeah.
be pregnant. Like,
Mm-hmm.
oh,
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's a whole thing. Yeah, it's a
oh,
whole thing.
that's harsh.
Yeah.
That's harsh. That's harsh.
Mm-hmm.
That's harsh. Oh
It's really
man.
hard. I
Oh man.
know.
Oh gosh, I already feel the pressure for you. I'm like, wait,
You feel
wait,
it, right? I'm like,
wait, because you would have to stop.
I
You would
know.
have to stop your intense training for a while to even get to the place where your body could have a baby. And that means like stopping
Yeah,
early.
like so long.
Like if you want one,
Mm-hmm.
if you want one, that means stopping
Mm-hmm.
earlier. That's just hard. That's hard.
It's
Do you know of
sad.
any
I
women who have
know.
come back after having a baby?
No. See, that's why I'm gonna be the first one. I'm just kidding. Creating history for
Why
everyone. I
not?
got you.
Why
Why
not?
not?
Why can't you be
I
the first
know.
one? Oh my gosh. Oh
That'd
my
be
gosh. Yeah,
funny.
that's
It's crazy.
because it is so intense.
It's tough. It's really intense. It's really hard. But just like now in quarantine, this is the first break I ever had away from all that right now. So I'm enjoying my break, kind of, yeah. Because I was like going at it since I was like 12. So this is the first break I ever had, and it feels really good. So I'm enjoying it right now.
That's nice though. Yeah, a break is
hmm
always good. Break
Yeah.
is good. Oh my
hmm
gosh. Is it like the first time you've never felt sore in your life?
It's crazy. I've never felt like all my bruises are gone. I don't feel anything. Like I'm ready to go back already, but that's a long time from now, which is
Yeah.
it's pretty crazy.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
is. That is crazy.
Mhm.
Obviously, like
Yeah.
with jujitsu, you have to make contact, like obviously. So that
Oh
would be the
yeah.
farthest away.
Yeah.
Be the far.
Yeah. They're just saying we're probably just gonna go back and like they're saying the end of the year, and I'm not gonna go back at the end of the year. That's kind of too soon. Probably next year. You're gonna catch me next year doing jujitsu, probably. But just conditioning, going back to practice, that will take a month of like going back because it's like nonstop. And the conditioning just for practice, it's just so hard just to get back into it. Like the warm up, you're gonna be like out of breath, like you just need a whole month to get it back into all that stuff. So
How are you doing all
intense.
of that and then also film school?
I know. I think film is so fun. That is my thing. Yeah, I did that since high school.
But where did you have time? Like,
Uh-huh. I know. And like to be in everyone's film. How did I do that? Yeah. I don't
oh my
know.
gosh.
I don't know how I made time for that. It
Oh
was
my
crazy
god.
because I would film and then I'll be like, okay, I have to go to practice. I need to be like, I have this time to film and then I need to go straight to practice. So it was really hard, just mentally draining and everything. And it was really difficult during that
Yeah.
time. But now I'm relaxing.
Oh my
I'm
gosh.
relaxed now.
Because like, like doing martial arts, doing physical activity for so long where it's like it is concentrate, like you have to
hmm
concentrate. It's not like you're doing physical activity and whatever. It's like no, you have to do things correctly. You have to be paying attention to
hmm
whoever like you're wrestling with, doing jujitsu with. Like it's
Yeah.
very mentally active. And then
Yeah.
film, like you're not touching each other necessarily, but like that is also like mentally active. Like you have to be really mentally active.
Yeah,
Like you have
that's
to remember
really
things.
hard.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
hmm
You
That's
did so
so difficult.
much. You do so much. You're just on a little break because
I
we're
do
all
a
on a little
lot.
break. That's awesome. Oh my
hmm
gosh. And
Yeah, yeah.
for one of your films, you put
hmm
you you put yourself on. Were you winning something? Or were you auditioning for
Oh.
something?
Oh
You
yeah,
were
the
auditioning
karate
for
one I
martial.
made.
Yeah,
That was
yeah.
like my first one. Yeah. That one was so last minute. I don't even remember it. I don't remember filming it either. Cause I was like straight practice, practice, practice. And then I was like, okay, let's just film a part of my practice or something and try to make something out of it. So I really just like that one was the last minute project, but I still got a good score on it.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I like to put that into my films.
Yeah, because you weren't. I swear, wait, I saw a part of like a competition too. Because I remember thinking, how does she have gear? And I'm like, oh, maybe that's hers. And then it was you in a competition. And I was like, that's definitely hers. Like
That's
she's
definitely
definitely
me.
doing that right now with other people around.
hmm I know. Oh yeah, that was probably I had a black belt test. That was like last year. I don't remember when we had the class. Was that last year? Was it last
It
semester?
was,
Last year?
it was, it was fall 2019.
Wow,
Fall
that was fast.
2019. Yeah, it was really fast. It's really fast.
Wow.
That's how long
Now
ago
we're
it was.
here. Fall
Now we're here.
2020.
It's not fall, it's summer. It's summer. Oh god. Oh my god, it will be fall really closely. Oh gosh. Time is going by too quickly,
hmm
especially in quarantine. It's like too quickly and too slowly at the same time.
I know, it's weird. Yeah, quarantine's difficult during these times.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. That is when I first met you. That is a long time ago. Sorry, I'm just like,
Oh yeah, that was a
flashback
long, yeah,
time. That was
last
a long time
year.
ago. And even
Yeah,
that,
that's
like,
where we first met.
yeah, even that, like, that class was barely any girls. Like, even
I
that was
know,
just
see,
like,
representation.
yeah, like, it was barely any girls. And, like, I feel like there's like several more girls in the beginning. And then it was like,
Oh, and they all, yeah. I think
bye.
there's like, yeah, I think there's like four left,
I think there
four
was
girls in
4
that class
left.
left.
Like, it was
Yeah.
us. Yeah, yeah. Which, yeah, like,
And it
film
gets like smaller and smaller.
yeah. What were your other film classes like? Was it mostly men? Was it also mostly
Yeah,
men?
see,
Yeah.
mostly men. Like, there's no females. We just need all this representation. But I'm really glad all these women are in these classes and everything. And also, like, there's like no women of color really. I don't think I saw any really. Barely, barely, barely any. So it's really difficult with that too.
Yeah, you're right.
Mhm.
I'm just like looking back. I'm
Mhm.
like,
Yeah, I always do that. Like first
you're
day of
right.
class, I'm like, oh, I'm the only one. I always think about that sometimes. So
Yeah,
that's difficult
yeah.
seeing that, but
Because it's interesting because it paints like it does paint the kind of stories that are told, and like
mhm.
I'm not going to talk very long about it because I don't want to like talk shade, but like I don't know if you remember,
Mm.
but there was this one project by a man who was
Mhm.
trying. It was supposed to be
Uh-huh.
about a badass woman, but she wasn't badass. I'll talk to you
I'm
later
trying
about
to
this.
remember.
She
Yeah.
wasn't. Like, when they wrote her, I was like if I did not know who wrote it, I would still be like, oh, that's definitely written by a
Mhm.
man because
Of course.
all the badassery that was like written in there was like
Mhm.
immediately taken away by microaggressions against her the way she was written, and I was like, you didn't
Of course. That always
you didn't
happens.
really make her badass. You just
Mhm.
did it. But anyway.
I have to rewatch that. I don't
Oh my god.
remember as
I'll talk to you
much.
about it after because I'm like, I don't want to talk about
Yes,
forever.
definitely. We'll find it. We'll find it
But
on
like,
Vimeo.
but yeah, that representation is always very important. And like, yeah, like especially like
Mhm.
you walking into film and then like walking into like not you walking to film, you walking to athletics and like noticing because it's something you notice, you notice if like you're the only brown
Mhm.
one, you notice if like you're the only one who looks like
Yeah,
it just
definitely.
is. And then like again to
Mhm.
have it clear with like film and like when you're definitely the only one, and then like it definitely does that controls the kind of stories we see. If it's the same people over
Yeah.
and over and over again, it controls the kind of stories you see. And that like happens in athletics
Yeah.
too. Like if it's only like the same type of
Yeah.
person, like, then there's no story. There's no like people
Mhm.
like it just is like when you see people when you're
Mhm.
younger that look like you literally have idea that can be me. But like you're much younger than
Mhm.
me, so like please correct me if I'm wrong. Or not even correct me if I'm wrong, but
Of
like
course.
I've been watching stuff from like the 90s lately and being like, oh, everything
Mhm.
is very white. Like
Oh,
everything
I
is
hate
very
watching
white.
stuff from back then.
Yeah, like everything's
Yeah.
just very white and it's very obvious, like I've been watching a lot of Charmed lately, and I love Charmed. I
Mhm.
love Charmed, but like every time there's a bad guy, like a random bad guy, it's like some black guy. Like
Mhm.
every time, like it's not like a magical
Honestly,
black
that's
guy. Like it's just yeah. Like
and they always die first.
always die first. Oh yeah, scary movies always die first. I'm like, it's just I don't know. It's just
I don't know.
I, I don't know if that's how you felt like watching TV when you were younger.
Yeah. Yeah, oh my gosh, like growing up, I was just like, where's all the brown women? Where's like, you always just see like white women in shows and they just had like different, you know, like growing up, I was like, oh, they have different kind of skin as me. They have different hair and everything. And I couldn't relate. I always wanted to like change my hair and just how I acted and everything. It just took me a while to really accept who I was, and I just hope that when I make films and everything, I'm gonna include everyone. And I'm glad that times are changing. I always see other people's films, their short films, and yeah, a lot of things are different now, and I'm really glad to see that. And also in athletics, things are changing, and yeah,
Mm-hmm.
we'll get
Mm-hmm.
there. We'll get there. It's
Yeah,
taking a while, but
it's taking a while. It's taking a while.
yeah,
It's like it's 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 di- I, how do I put this? It can be very frustrating that it can take so long,
yeah,
and with certain things, like it's so difficult. Like, like saying Black Lives Matters is apparently like a trigger word, where it's like a
mm-hmm,
trigger sentence where it's just like, but why though? All we're saying is that Black
yeah.
Lives Matter. Like,
Ooh, yeah, that's a thing that's recently happening.
yeah, yeah, and it's just it's hard. It's difficult, and I don't because
Hmm.
you're technically a Zoomer, correct? Is
Yes.
that what you are? So I mean, I don't. I have. I've been told, at least when it cut, like, and most
Hmm.
of the time it's like in context to LGBT, that like
Hmm.
Zoomers are usually more open. Um,
Hmm.
but I don't know if that happens. I don't know. How does that work? Is that also true, or have you found that true for race as well?
That's
Like with like
hard.
the
That's a
Black
hard
Lives
one to
Matter
answer.
movement, like do you like well, I don't know. I'm just like curious because like you are a very different generation, and
Hmm.
like I know like Zoomers are known for like, yeah, LGBTQ, but I'm like, are Zoomers also known for like, yeah, of course
Yeah.
Black Lives Matter? Like I just don't know because
Yeah, I feel like yeah. You're good. No, yeah, our generation, it's like so crazy with social media and everything. How like I don't really know how to use Facebook like that, but TikTok, Instagram, for real. I feel that's why I was like, I'm scared to use Facebook, but
sorry, go ahead. I'm just dealing with my
no, no.
mortality.
Recently, I got no, recently I got Facebook because of our film classes. They mostly use like Facebook, so I'm like, oh, I need to be on Facebook. But
Mm,
anyway, like social media with TikTok, Instagram, all the Twitter, everything. I feel like they're really supportive of this Black Lives Matter thing, and I'm glad that everyone's trying, or a lot of people are trying to support it. A lot of my friends, just everyone, my family, and they're really supportive of this whole thing. And
okay.
yeah, I recently went to a protest, the La Mesa one, like one of the top first protests. That was an experience, and yeah, I got tear gassed.
Oh,
Yeah.
were you okay?
Mhm. That was
Yeah.
the most painful thing I've ever, because I also have asthma, so I was dying.
Oh
Yeah, but I wanted to go, to support Black Lives Matter and everything. And we were just supposed to go there for just about 10 minutes, just to see what's up and support. But we were in the back. We still got hit with tear gas, and people were getting hit with rubber bullets and everything. And that made me feel discouraged and what's happening with everything. It doesn't, like, I don't want to go to another protest because of that. That was really, it really changed me. So I think now I'm going to be virtual support, like not physical. It was too much.
that's
Yeah.
scary. Yeah, and you have
So,
asthma, so like that's really like risky for
hmm
you.
I was dying. I was really
Oh,
dying. It was scary.
yeah.
Yeah, I didn't think I would get hit with tear gas or anything. I was in the back, so yeah.
Oh, that is scary. That's scary. I'm sorry that happened to you.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah, but I'm okay now.
yeah, good. I'm glad. Also, I just want to bring up that you
Mhm.
do all these athletics and stuff with asthma.
Oh my gosh,
Oh my
that
gosh!
that's another that's a whole nother. Don't
Do
get
you
me
have to
started.
carry
Just
an
kidding.
inhaler?
I have an inhaler with me 24/7 with me all the time because you never know. But I have a lot of like asthma attacks here and
Oh,
there when things get really hard. Yeah, I don't know how I do it. I just push through it. I feel like my asthma is pretty bad. It's pretty bad, but like in wrestling, I would have it next to me in the mat, like next like off the mat, and I'd tell the ref, I'm like, I can't breathe, I can't breathe. And they're really understanding with that. And
Good.
I always had it, I was born with it, so yeah, I just had to get used to it and athletics and everything. That's like my main thing. And like I notice as I get older, my asthma gets worse. So I'm like, oh, I just gotta keep pushing right now. So yeah,
Oh
it's
my gosh.
difficult.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Victoria, what?
What am I
How are you
doing?
doing all that? Like, it's really cool. Like,
I don't know.
because obviously you love it. Like, obviously you love it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and that's why you keep doing athletics. And it means, like we said,
Yeah.
like we talked about, like, it obviously means a lot to you for many different reasons. Like, and you want
Yeah.
to represent. And so now you're also going to
Mm-hmm.
represent your fellow friends with asthma when you become an MMA fighter.
For real,
You're going to be an
yeah.
MMA fighter.
You
Do you
never
know if any
know.
MMA fighters have asthma? Because that would be
I
like
don't think
super
so. You don't see
interesting.
that. You don't see that. Mm-hmm.
Be the
It's
first one,
crazy. That's
Victoria.
a whole nother thing. I know. First, everything. Gotta represent.
That's awesome. And like I am glad that
Thank you.
like you found that like confidence in yourself and like you're growing into a wonderful young lady. Sorry.
Thank
No, but
you.
like it's really cool to hear like your stories of like how like you've changed, like how like you were in wrestling and stuff like that. But like now there's like a girls team, but also you tell them, like because you struggled with the whole weight loss thing, like be healthy, like just focus on technique, because like that's growth. And
Yeah.
there's like it's so easy just to be like, oh well, just like don't eat or whatever because like that's what it
Just
is.
don't
But
eat, starve.
yeah,
Yeah.
but like but you're like no, that's not how it's gonna be, and that like and then also like
Mm-hmm.
you were younger, like, and you were in this place where, like, it's true, like, on TV, like, even people of color, a lot of times, like, you have to be light skinned and you have to have a certain
Oh
way. And the fact
yeah.
that, like, even at 21, like, even though, like, I keep joking and saying, like, that's
Mm-hmm.
really, but, like, that's awesome to hear. Like, that makes me really happy to hear because, like, like, I have a lot of
Thank
friends,
you.
like, who it took them, like, a lot of
Mm-hmm.
their 20s to get to that point where they're, like,
Mm-hmm.
who they,
Oh
like, being
wow.
happy with, like, how they look and, like, their skin tone and stuff.
Yeah.
It's really
Mm-hmm.
hard. I don't know,
It's hard. Yeah.
like, and like you're Filipino, so I don't know if your mom has ever done this to you,
Mm-hmm.
but my mom bleached my skin.
Mm-hmm.
So like,
Oh
like that
my
was like
god.
that's like part of like Asian culture,
Yeah,
Filipino culture,
that's
just
the
like
culture. Yeah.
yeah, and so
Yeah.
like I know that also like messes with people, like, and I'm pretty
Mm-hmm.
like and
Oh,
when everyone
everything mentally.
yeah, like, because you're just like, but that's my skin color. And they're just like, nope, you're going to be really, really
Mm-hmm.
white. My mom passed it off as she said, she told me it was from my acne. And then I was just like getting lighter and lighter. And I was just like, what? Because it was like
Oh
also
my
like my face more than
gosh.
anything was getting lighter. Like, and my body, I was just like, this is
Oh
happening.
my
Um,
gosh.
but like,
Yeah. I'm
which
sorry
is
that
a
happened to you.
thank you. But like like I'm glad that you found that confidence in yourself at such like a young age. And like if anything, that makes me like
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, yay, like maybe it is getting better for like generations like after mine. Like your
Mm-hmm.
generation is like more accepting of that stuff and it's faster, which is like it's just,
Mm-hmm.
like it
Yeah.
makes me happy because it's a sign of actual progress. Like the fact that you're
Yeah,
shocked
definitely.
that happened to me, it means that your mom never did that to you. And that makes me happy. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, good,
I know. I
good.
know, yeah, but my mom, yeah, she was born in the Philippines but came here when she was like 2 or 3. So
Okay.
she's super like Americanized and
Yeah.
she's just like, yeah, American, straight up American, doesn't know how to speak the language or anything. But I get all my culture and traditions from my grandma. She's like
Oh,
straight up like broken English, the way she talks and everything. So that's where I get most of my, heritage from and everything. So, but she's really accepting with me too, which is interesting because that's like the first time my mom went out of the race.
yeah.
Yeah, being Filipino, like being with someone that's not Filipino. And it's just crazy that how my grandparents, born and raised in the Philippines, they were really accepting and accepting that I did athletics like this too, which is like so crazy. They at
Yeah.
first they were like, "What?" Yeah, at first they were like, "What the heck?" But they, but they're like Manny Pacquiao. They're just like,
Oh
"You're gonna
yeah.
be the next, you're gonna be the next one of those." That's why they're really supportive with me with that.
Manny Pacquiao. Oh my god, that's amazing. That's amazing. Yes, I can see them doing
That's
that.
funny.
But like
Yeah.
I'm glad that your parents were so accepting because like it's true. Like a lot of
Oh yeah.
Filipinos like are not
Mhm.
okay with people with their
Oh
children marrying outside
yeah.
culture. They want it
Mhm.
definitely to be within our culture. So like that's great that your
I
grandparents are like that.
know.
That's really great. Like
Mhm.
that's really sweet and that's really I don't know, that's just really nice. That
Thank
makes me
you.
happy too.
Yeah. I
'Cause
know.
that's a different story
Mhm.
for like a lot of people where it's just like, that was like a
Oh
hardship
yeah.
of them like growing
Mhm. Different
with them.
experiences and everything.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, I'm really glad that's
Mhm.
great. And I'm glad, and I'm glad that they think you're gonna be the next Manny Pacquiao, but like a woman.
That's so funny. I think that's
Manny
so funny. He
Pacquiao.
really represents.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah, because if you think Filipino, you're like, oh, Manny Pacquiao. You made it. You made it.
yeah. He is
So I
one
think
of the
that's
best
really awesome.
at representation. Like, yeah, it is really important because like, and it definitely
Mhm.
like guided the Philippines too. It's kind of interesting how like
Mhm.
that kind of thing can cheer everyone on, like in the Philippines and here
I
too, like
know.
places. It's
Yeah.
like 'cause that's like your athlete, like they represent you, and
Mhm.
like that's just definitely important.
Mhm. I know. And when you think like if you ask someone else Filipino, some people are like, "What is that?" They're like, "What? What's a Filipino?" And then I'm like, they're like Asian, but also like Pacific Islander. I don't know. It's like so complicated because they know like no one really knows about like the Philippines and stuff. And I'm like, oh, here we go. Gotta and they don't like traditions and stuff. They don't know what like tanikling is or what Filipino food is and all that. They just know, sushi and other Asian cultures and stuff. But
Yes,
yeah, representation and just Filipinos. Yeah.
yes,
Not that
that
much.
is its own freaking conversation. Um,
That's a whole thing too.
I made a face slightly earlier because I realized it was 6:27, and I was like, it went by fast. I told you. I was like, it's gonna go by really
Yeah,
quickly.
I'm not nervous. I couldn't see anyone yet.
See? Yeah, like it goes by
That's
really, really quickly.
fun.
So before we sign off,
Mm-hmm.
like I guess
Mm-hmm.
I will leave you with a question to answer for the people
Mm-hmm.
watching and for the people who will be watching. Um, what
Mm-hmm.
what advice do you have to give to other um, POC women athletes? That's it. That was the whole
Mm-hmm.
question. What advice do you have to give
That's
to
like,
POC women athletes to other POC women athletes?
oh. Mm-hmm. I just hope to inspire each other and just keep going, work hard. Literally, hard work pays off, literally. And just, support each other. And it takes time. It really does take time and everything. So, yeah, that's basically it.
Yay! It was so nice having you on today, Victoria. I'm glad I got to know like even
Thank
more about your stuff and
you.
that you've been doing all your athletic
Mm-hmm.
stuff with asthma. Is
I
really
know that's already hard.
Yeah, but like obviously you're really driven. I can't wait to collaborate with you soon on your YouTube,
Oh, just
Victoria.
wait. That'd be
YouTube.
awesome.
Her link is down
Mm-hmm.
there. It's down there. YouTube link is down there. Victoria,
Right
where else
here.
can people find you if they want to talk to you more or learn a little bit more about you? Where can they go?
They can follow me on Instagram. It's at Victory and Me and TikTok, the Victorian era. And right here, the YouTube link, the Victorian era. So that's where you can find me.
So the Victorian era is your YouTube and your TikTok, and Victory in Me is
Yes,
your
both of
Instagram.
them. Me
Okay,
is
yeah,
my Instagram.
yeah.
Yes.
It's actually Victory in Me. It's good. It's good. It's good. I like
That
that.
is awesome. And the Victorian era,
The
I
Victorian era
put
is
in so
really
much
good,
work
actually.
to I put in so much work to like figure out a username like that. It's beautiful. Chef's kiss.
Okay, thank you. Again, thank you, Victoria, for coming on and talking about your passion with me. Thank you for everyone at home watching now and who will be watching in the future. I hope everyone has a great night. Tomorrow is Thursday, which means I am talking to Leia Lombos about anti-Blackness and Filipino culture. So I hope you guys check that out tomorrow. I think it's supposed to be at 6, even though I've put 5:30, but I'll put another flyer out tomorrow, so it's going to be okay. Okay, thanks everyone. Have a great night.
Thank
Bye.
you.